back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you can be here. So, man, Friday was stupid in terms of trying to have to choose what I wanted to do. I tell you, man, it was tough. But yeah, man, I had to do that Wizzy because it had been so friggin' long since I'd been on some motion wisdom. And then today I could have picked between flip tricks and manage. And I'm a big fan of Manage. When I first heard him on a track with Caxton Press, and he impressed the hell right out of me. And then he showed up on that track, Expendables with Phoenix to Icefire. Man, that was, it just reminded me how much I enjoyed him as an MC. And then you turn around and you have Skirmish, who I heard for the first time on the very last Rhyme Asylum track I did. And it's too bad, man, that those guys, for whatever reason, are no longer together, because he just fits in so well with those cats, man. So big shout out to Shotgun the Ox for sending me a message and letting me know this track dropped. And like I said, it was a tough choice. Couldn't do it Friday, but getting at it today. So let's buckle in and see what these cats have for us today.
There's no life, there's no sunlight. When you write, your words must go like this. Bim, 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 bim. Each line must be full of a delicious little juice, flavor. They must be full of power. They must make you like to turn a page. Bim, 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 bim. What these guys do, they say, well, in blah, 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 da, 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 there was a porch chair. The flies were walking around. You see, they're too leisurely. They're setting up the scene for the grand emotion. And when they get to the grand emotion, there isn't any. This is a different age. It's the atomic age. Each line must have its own power, its own feeling, its own juice.
This freaking song is speaking to me, man. I know it hasn't even started yet, but as a writer, all of this stuff is like hitting home big time right now.
Each line must have its own power, its own feeling, its own juice, its own flavor. Writing must never be boring. It must not bore the reader, the writer. It must not bore anybody. You have to have juice in each line, don't you see? You don't believe me. I'm trying to tell you. I get so...
Man, the build-up of this melody right now is so friggin' nice. It's I've said it oftentimes, speaking about Rhyme Asylum, how they have this like horror movie feel, horror novel type of feel to their lyrics. And to me, this is kind of like this. I know this isn't Rhyme Asylum, but what I'm saying is it's got that horror movie type of build-up in the music. Like this is, this is, to me, the imagery I get is, like that Jamie Lee Curtis walking down a dark hallway, and it just slowly builds up and builds up and builds up, and you know that Michael Myers is waiting for her in the dark, or he's going to be behind a door or whatever. It just has that build up, man. That build up to this madness coming. That's the sense I get from this melody. This so freaking sweet.
Trying to tell you. I get so... Rogers put me to sleep.
They like the sound of their own voice, but I ain't singing their praises. It's pen to pages, cause all they gave me was no choice. I'm poised to bring it raw, you advise to pay caution. Between the lines, deciphering the science in distortion. Most of what you spit's fabrication, it's imitation. Listen patient, this is ancient troubadour statements.
Alright, I'm gonna bringing this back, man. Manage comes in, the friggin' flow in this melody, in this beat. My goodness. It has this, I don't know what it's bringing me back, man. It's bringing me back to my childhood. This grimy feel, man. I'm digging this so much.
Rogers put me to sleep.
They like the sound of their own voice, but I ain't singing their praises. It's pen to pages, cause all they gave me was no choice. I'm poised to bring it raw, you advised to pay caution. Between the lines, deciphering the science in distortion. Most of what you spit's fabrication, it's imitation. Listen patient, this is ancient troubadour statements.
I like that, man. We've talked about it many times on this channel as well. He's saying everything you spit is fabrication, is imitation. And that's what so many of these cats, man, this is what drove me to UK hip hop to begin with. I became so disenfranchised with what was happening over here that everything I was listening to, other than a few cats, everything I was listening to was back from 90s, early 2000s, because they all became clones of each other, all talking about the same bullshit, and none of it mattered. None of it spoke to me. And that's what Manager's saying right here is like, all you motherfuckers are all a bunch of clones, fabrications, imitations. Nothing coming out of your mouth is worth the friggin' pee you spend on downloading that shit. It's so friggin' true.
Lines deciphering the science in distortion. Most of what you spit's fabrication, it's imitation. Listen patient, this is ancient troubadour statements. Who's before became vacant? Yeah, my brain's aching, trying to find peace, but it's taken. A few relating, there's a few more just moving blatant. Assume vagrant, burn them in the terms of a layman. You lost in translation on my way around the pavement. History in the making, still thinking of escaping what we're facing. Self-respect help me burn bridges. Dead broken, a world of...
I love that, man. Self-respect help me burn bridges. Meaning he isn't gonna bend over for someone who expects him to be something he ain't, to do something he doesn't want to do, to pretend to get on a spit a bar that he doesn't believe in, or back a fellow MC that he thinks isn't worth his time. So like his own self-respect was enough to allow him to burn that bridge, to say, no, I don't want no part of that, man. This is who I am. That's not who I am. And I'll burn, and because I respect myself, I'll let that bridge burn, even if that means I'll never, be on a track with this dude again, or never make a record with this dude, whatever it is. Man, that's such a fucking dope bar for sure.
Way around the pavement, history in the making, still thinking of escaping what we're facing. Self-respect help me burn bridges. Dead broken, a world of riches. They say it's real, still I feel it's all suspicious. When agendas are vicious and hidden in well wishes, and this is just a piece of it. Dead broken, a world of riches. They say it's real, still I feel it's all suspicious. When agendas are vicious and hidden in well wishes, and this is just a piece of it. Cause most of the time, I won't deny it's myself I'm trying to reason with. Gotta feed the beast within. I go for mine, sleep with open eyes. I'm trying to see if the dream exists. A thin line between...
Manager's going friggin' hard, man. These friggin' bars. Talking about like basically these fake, I can't remember exact terms used, but like all these agendas are hidden in these well wishes. He wants to sleep with his eyes open, or he wants to sleep with his eyes open to see if these dreams actually exist.
I won't deny it's myself I'm trying to reason with. Gotta feed the beast within. I go for mine, sleep with open eyes. I'm trying to see if the dream exists. A thin line between artists and the roles they play. It's heavy burdens that I carry till my shoulders break. We don't relate, show love and some token hate. Just know your place or fall back where you're told to stay.
Big shout out to Manage, man. He just friggin' murdered his verse. Outstanding. Yeah, that's so friggin' awesome. So nice. See, he's building up again, man. Waiting for Skirmish to come up on his verse. And it's like they pull the drum out, stay with that melody, building it up, getting the drama, the anxiety, building the pressure, getting ready to drop that beat.
Cause nowadays it's like we dwell inside a hell where there's not a care for whom we hear the chiming bells. Man, I'm on a search within, trying to find myself, and I hope the stars align like Orion's belt. Will I ever make it out? Only time will tell. Had to ask myself, baby boy, do you buy or sell? As long as me and mine are alive and well, couldn't care what you define as wealth. Mine is health, hard on my back as I get.
I like that, man. No matter, as long as him and his family and his friends are well, he doesn't give a shit about what you say, what you define as well, as long as you're not talking about health. But yeah, man, he's not going to allow other people's opinions dictate his own well-being and mental state.
Self, baby boy, do you buy or sell? As long as me and mine are alive and well, couldn't care what you define as well. Mine is health, hard on my back as I give them all my ass to kiss. Use the chip on my shoulder as something I can bargain with. The pen is the weapon whilst every...
Man, that's a freaking nice bar. Bargaining chip, and then the chip on his shoulder is something that he can bargain with.
Use the chip on my shoulder as something I can bargain with. The pen is the weapon whilst everybody's swinging swords. Soldiers are the same struggle, seems we fighting different wars. Sooner have the thought believe.
I'm bringing that back.
My shoulder is something I can bargain with. The pen is the weapon whilst everybody's swinging swords. Soldiers are the same struggle, seems we fighting different wars. Sooner have the thought police kicking in the doors. Mental prisons, brain cells that have prison walls.
Jesus, man. Skirmish is... There's so much stuff that Skirmish is saying right now. Like, it's so easy to just go over your head. He's talking about thought police breaking down doors, and then talking about the prison cells inside your brain. Oh, man, the way he's drawing these connections is unreal.
Soldiers are the same struggle, seems we fighting different wars. Sooner have the thought police kicking in the doors. Mental prisons, brain cells that have prison walls. Yeah, the way we lived before is a distant thought. In the age of information, everybody's misinformed. Even though it's not a lot, gotta work.
In the age of information, everyone is misinformed. I was just having this discussion today, man. Vanessa and I were lying in bed, and I start hearing this thing that she's listening to, and I told her, like, I said, you had to stop that. You got to turn that off, because what that woman is saying is completely incorrect. Like, it's dangerous, man. The shit that when shit comes out of your mouth, and I don't know if necessarily you have an agenda, so to speak, but when shit comes out of your mouth, and you're going to, there's so many people, man, that they don't open their minds and actually do some research on their own. They read headlines on the internet and move on to the next thing. There's so many people that we hear what this woman says, take it as gospel, and go around saying that shit to their friends, and their friends will take it as gospel. Next thing you know, you have a bunch of people filling their head with misinformation, and that shit's just dangerous, man. It's just dangerous. It's so friggin' true. Sorry about the rant, but it has happened today, so it's at the top of my mind.
Brain cells that have prison walls. Yeah, the way we lived before is a distant thought. In the age of information, everybody's misinformed. Even though it's not a lot, gotta work with what I got. Watch the clock, it's the 11th hour on the dot. I say to myself, it's now or never, but it's never now. Gotta get it anyhow, making every lesson count. Through the years I gave it less and less devotion, even though it's how I could express suppressed emotions. Who else you know can go?
So what is he saying there? That he's given the rap, his emceeing, his writing, he's given that less and less demotion, or time and demotion, not demotion, devotion, my apologies. So he's giving it less and less of his time and energy and passion, devotion, but yet really it's the only thing that will allow him to express his darkness and his the shit that he continues to carry on his shoulders and weigh him down. We've talked about it before many times. An artist often uses their pain, whether there's a canvas, a notebook that they write in, writing down lyrics or poems or writing a novel, painting a picture, a lot of times what you see, the final product, is just it comes from the ingredients that they've been carrying inside themselves. They need to get out of their body, and a lot of that is pain that often leads to. Yeah, man, that's a freaking dope bar.
Get anyhow, making every lesson count. Through the years I gave it less and less devotion, even though it's how I could express suppressed emotions. Who else you know can go away and come back tighter? As a well-rounded MC, that's a one-man cipher.
Man, I really enjoyed that freaking, that was awesome, man. So many great bars, both of those verses absolutely killed. Love to see Manage come back and just freaking kill that verse. And this being my second time here in Skirmish, man, so freaking impressed. Like I said during the video, so many bars could so easily just be considered throwaway bars, man. But then it's like, you know, the way I picture it is kind of like, you know, you got that, you see in the FBI shows you see all the time where it's like something in the middle and they have all these red line or red pieces of string going from this thing to that thing and all over the place. You know, and somehow it all connects, and that's how I kind of felt about Skirmish's verse here, man. He says something and it has all these little tendrils going off in every direction. Friggin' amazing job. I don't know who produced this. I think they said somebody at the beginning of the thing, and I didn't read it. Hell of a job on production. Like I said, the horror movie feel, the build up and everything was so friggin' well done. And when they went from the Managed verse to the Skirmish version, they had that where you would get the chorus or the bridge, and they just had that music. Took the drums away, built on it. Come in with the man. Big fan of this track. Well done, guys. Again, big shout out to Shotgun, the Ox, for letting me know about this track. Man, what a way to start a week. This is awesome. This is so good. Remember, on Wednesdays, we got Next coming up. And this Friday, it actually may be our first Freestyle Friday. Thinking about it. I have so many people want me to do the fire in the booths and stuff like that. I figure why not start a Freestyle Friday every 2 weeks. Check out one of those fire in the booths. I know there's a bunch of different ones out there as well, but the fire in the booth is the only one that's sticking out of my mind. But anyways, that's what we'll do. So until tomorrow, stay safe. You know what? Before I say that, I want to thank everyone again. Thank you for being here. Thanks for all the love, man. You guys, I got so many comments this weekend. And you know what? I might have some, I have something happening today, and I'm gonna ask if I can share it or not. And if I can share it, I'll share with it tomorrow. Share with you guys tomorrow. If not, you're gonna have to wait a few days. But it's pretty cool, man. I dig it. Thanks to everyone. Love you all. Till tomorrow. Stay safe and be good to each other.